Greetings, everyone. My name is Karen Athanas, and I am the Executive Officer and Board President of the Women in Standards. The organization was formalized as a 501c3 nonprofit in December of 2019, and I'm proud to be presenting today our first annual report of the association. First, let me introduce our distinguished 2020 Board of Directors. Myself, Karen Athanas, serving as President and Treasurer. Karen Rezick, serving as Vice President and Secretary. Our directors, Amy Lestitian Burke from MCI USA, Kate DeVarney from Titan Pharmaceuticals, Veronica Lancaster from Consumer Technology Association, and Brian Meinke from ACM International. I also wanted to note that Veronica Lancaster also serves as our member representative on the board of directors, having been elected to the position by the membership in 2020. A signature achievement of 2020 was the completion of the Women in Standards' first survey on inclusion and standards. We hope to conduct the survey each year and have already begun distribution of this year's survey. Publication of the 2020 results was completed in July of 2020, and Women in Standards presented the results at the SES Annual Conference and also as an invited speaker at the November 2020 UNECE Gender Responsive Standards Initiative meeting. We continue our work on inclusiveness and standards as an active participant in the ISO-IEC Joint Strategic Advisory Group on Gender Responsive Standards, and also have been working closely with our Women in Standards Committee on inclusiveness and standards to build on the lessons learned from our survey and outreach to the community to develop recommendations for incorporating inclusion and diversity into standards development and related standards programs. If interested in contributing to this work, reach out to join our Inclusiveness and Standards Committee. Women in Standards also signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Society of Standards Professionals in 2020. This partnership will support our mission to raise the visibility of standardization and the development of standards professionals and contributors. And as part of that partnership, Women in Standards and the SES have been working collaboratively to develop competency frameworks for the standards participants, those individuals that volunteer and work as members of the consensus body groups and committees, and for standards professionals, those individuals working for standards developing organization and overseeing and supporting the development of standards. The project continues through 2021 and will include the development of educational content and training aligned with the skills, capabilities, and knowledge outlined in the framework. So keep an eye out for updates as we proceed within our education committee to develop the project deliverables. We are excited to have completed our first Women in Standards membership challenge in 2020 and will be announcing the winner during the annual dinner. Look for an official announcement following the dinner of our 2020 winner. The annual challenge encourages our members to engage with the organization and the membership to build community and support the organization's mission. The 2021 challenge is now posted on the Women in Standards website, and we look forward to engaging with this year's participants. In the past year, we've held many networking, workshop, and interactive webinar events, including 5 happy hours, the 2020 annual dinner, and a winter social held in December. In September last year, we held our first workshop and panel presentation discussing the important issue of etiquette and standards development, and have received positive responses from the community. Based on this positive response, we are developing additional workshops for this year and look forward to seeing you all there. And finally, we held 5 interactive webinars covering a range of topics to support our growing community, including an overview of the standards development process, chairing an ISO committee, and developing standards at the IEC. All recordings of these events are available to the members on the Women in Standards website. I mentioned previously the Women in Standards Inclusiveness and Standards Committee, which is chaired by Allison Fick of ASDM, and also our Education Committee, which is chaired by Vicki Warden of GBI. These committees have been working closely with the organization in achieving our mission goals. The Women in Standards also maintains an Events Coordination Committee, which is chaired by Priscilla McGee of ANSI. The Events Coordination Committee has been working closely with the organization this year to help finalize and implement plans for the 2020 annual dinner and also coordinate our 2021 events calendar. To all of our committee members, I'd like to extend my thanks to you for your hard work this year, dedication, and exemplary service. In 2020, the Women in Standards membership grew 42%, and we welcomed 6 new SDO members to the organization. We also, at the end of 2020, launched a new membership type, the Individual Pro membership, and have already begun receiving membership upgrades to this new membership type. In addition to revenue from our membership, donors, and sponsors, Women in Standards also secured grants in 2020 from Google, Salesforce, and others, allowing us to improve our operations and enhance our outreach to stakeholders. We'd like to extend special thanks to those members who donated to the organization in 2020 and to the International Code Council, ASTM International, and UL Standards for being foundational sponsors of the organization. Your support is essential and provides the resources needed to reach a broader audience and implement our mission goals. Looking forward to 2021, the Women in Standards will continue to develop resources and programs, including workshops, tutorials, and web-based content for the community. We also will be developing a robust events program with focus on the educational needs of our members and to support the growth of a strong community through networking and team building activities. And finally, we will be reaching out to industry, consortia, and research organizations to bring visibility to standardization. We look forward to speaking with all of you in 2021 and engaging with you to build a robust, strong, and diverse community.